On April 11, 2025, a quiet alert echoed through NASA's deep space monitoring systems. It wasn't a malfunction. It wasn't a software error. It was a strange anomaly, an object, massive, fast-moving, and reflecting light in ways never before recorded. The James Webb Space Telescope had just captured data that didn't fit into any known pattern. Not a planet, not a comet, not a star, and certainly not a black hole. What it saw was terrifying. Project lead Dr. Helen SOS was the first to lay eyes on the image. Her team was conducting a routine scan of a deep space region in the Draco constellation when a silhouette appeared. At first, it seemed like an artifact, a glitch. But as the data streamed in, the silhouette moved against the natural flow of surrounding cosmic matter. It wasn't drifting like space debris or swirling like a galaxy. It was moving deliberately, targeted, cutting across gravitational fields instead of being pulled by them. Initial estimates revealed the object was at least the size of Pluto, but with a structure far too symmetrical. Think of a black, almost metallic sphere rotating slowly, reflecting only the most specific wavelengths. The strangest part, it was cold. Dead cold. Colder than space. That's physically impossible. And yet it was real. Within hours, international space agencies, ISA, JAXA, ISRO were notified. Each ran their own scans. Each confirmed the same horrifying truth. Something colossal was heading through deep space and it was accelerating. Media outlets didn't catch on yet. The public didn't know. But in the underground channels of scientific forums, rumors exploded. Some claimed it was a rogue moon, others a long-lost alien probe. But nothing matched the data. Dr. SOS made a statement behind closed doors. This is not natural. It's controlled. It's watching. That single sentence sent a chill through the hearts of everyone in the room. Back at the Webb Telescope's command center, engineers noticed another anomaly. The object had suddenly changed direction, not because of gravity, but by propulsion. Deliberate propulsion. It was then that the real fear began. In the days following the detection, the James Webb Telescope picked up more than just images. It captured signals, faint pulses, seemingly random at first until a brilliant cryptographer named Arjun Rao from the Indian Space Research Organization noticed a chilling pattern. The pulses were mathematical. Prime numbers, the Fibonacci sequence, and finally a binary pattern that translated to a universal constant. Pi. It was a message. Something out there wasn't just moving. It was sending. A secret task force was formed between NASA, SETI, and the European Space Agency. Their mission: decode the message and determine if Earth was in danger. By the end of the week, the team had translated 12 sequences. The final one stunned even the skeptics. Sequence 12, you are not first. What did it mean? Was it a warning, a statement, a threat? Dr. Soros convened a global emergency meeting. The object, now dubbed the Harbinger, was still on its course, but analysts realized it had slowed, as if waiting, watching. As researchers tried to understand it, the Hubble telescope was turned in its direction. The images returned showed a disturbing detail. The object wasn't alone. Surrounding it was a field of smaller units, dozens, possibly hundreds, like drones or satellites, orbiting the main mass like a swarm. But here's what terrified scientists the most. Each of those smaller objects was aligning in a pattern resembling Earth's own satellite systems. It was as if the Harbinger was mapping us, learning, mirroring. At the same time, Earth-based telescopes started detecting gravitational fluctuations, not in space, but beneath Earth's crust, as if the Harbinger's presence was triggering something within our own planet. Could it be resonating with Earth's core? Was it some kind of key? Meanwhile, SETI received an echo signal from the direction of the Harbinger, a deep pulsing hum. When translated into audio range, it sounded disturbingly organic, like a heartbeat. Dr. Soros, now clearly shaken, made her first public statement. We have waited our whole civilization to find life. But this is not the life we imagined. It's ancient. It's beyond us and it has seen us. Panic started to ripple through underground media. Government agents began scrubbing forums, silencing whistleblowers, and locking down observatories. It was no longer about discovery. It was about containment. On May 9, 2025, 28 days after detection, the Harbinger stopped. Just outside the Kuiper Belt, the object came to a complete halt. Perfectly stationary. Telescopes around the world were aimed at it. Nothing changed. But the tension across Earth's scientific community was unbearable. That night, James Webb picked up one final signal. It wasn't numbers this time. It was an image. Pixel by pixel, the data streamed in, forming a picture of Earth from space. But not as it looks today. It was Earth millions of years ago, covered in thick clouds and volcanic fire, its primordial form. The image was followed by another, Earth in the present. Then a third, Earth in ruins, cities buried, oceans dried, a dead world. 3 frames, past, present, future. And beneath the final frame, just 3 words in binary. Do not provoke. Within hours, the Harbinger began rotating again, its swarm of orbiting units dispersing like a mechanical cloud. Its trajectory shifted, no longer approaching, but retreating, heading into the Oort cloud toward interstellar space. But the message had been delivered. NASA declared a deep space anomaly of interest, but avoided public alarm. The official explanation was vague, cosmic debris interacting with solar radiation. But insiders knew. Scientists were silenced. Observatories shut down. Dr. SOS resigned the next day. Her final leaked memo simply said, "We are not alone. We were never alone. And now they know we know." The James Webb Telescope continues to scan the skies, its golden mirrors ever searching for the unknown. But one thing is certain. Something ancient watched us, measured us, judged us, and for now, chose to leave. Then suddenly everything stopped. The pulses, the distortions, the time anomalies, as if someone had flipped a switch. For days, the object became quiet. Too quiet. Webb's instruments registered only background radiation and quantum hiss. But what unnerved the team wasn't the silence. It was the sensation that the silence was intentional. The kind of silence that follows awareness. Some researchers described a collective unease, like being in a room that had just been entered by someone or something else. Several labs began shielding their data, encrypting live feeds, even disconnecting sensitive systems from the internet. Not because of hackers, but because they feared what might be watching from the other side. The anomaly hadn't gone. It had changed behavior. The question now wasn't what it was, but what it was waiting for. Because if it had watched us watch it, then the next move might not be ours. In a universe of silence, we found something that answered. In a place that should have been empty, cold, and dead, something pulsed, something alive, aware, and deliberate. The James Webb Space Telescope, built to look back in time, may have just stared too deep. Not into the past, but into something outside of time itself. We don't know what this object is. We don't know what it wants. But we do know this. Since we first observed it, it has changed. Not randomly, not naturally, but in a way that suggests reaction. Observation triggered transformation. Our curiosity might have knocked on a door that had remained shut for billions of years. And now something on the other side knows that we are here. Maybe the object isn't a threat. Maybe it's not even alive in any way we understand. But maybe, just maybe, this wasn't a discovery. Maybe it was a summoning. and we won't know the cost until it's far too late.